planet. We know that the planet goes by the manuscript, which is the Bible. Okay, and that's what we're gonna enforce, the laws of the planet, which is this Bible, the laws, the Torah, whatever you want to call it. Because them suit and tie wearing white boys, they have not a clue what the hell they're doing. They're running the earth to the ground, man. They're running this shit to the freaking ground, and that's what they're doing. Yeah, start from the first verse.
It's at Sirach 10:1.
Yeah.
A wise judge will instruct his people.
It says a wise judge will instruct his people. By the looks of everybody that you see around you, kind of camera around, brother, the camera on the shot. If you look at these people, you can tell that they're not being wisely instructed by anyone. It's somebody that's in leadership of this empire, this mess, has to be unwise. Because these same people that we behind the camera on believe in unnecessary matters. Okay, so that's showing you right there that the higher-ups or the CEO of this society don't know what the hell they're doing. And they're just going based on their own satanic agenda. Go on, brother.
A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man,
and a government of a prudent man, go on,
is well ordered.
And we should be in the government. We should be in government right now. We should be enforcing the policies. We should be enforcing other things concerning government. Which the word government means to, to control the mind. The word govern means to control, the word meant means the mind. So we're supposed to be controlling the minds of the people by righteousness. Go on, brother.
As the judge of the people is himself,
right?
So are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is,
right?
Such are all they that dwell therein.
Read it again, read it again.
As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is,
right?
Such are all they that dwell therein.
Such as all that dwell therein. So how do you know that we're living in a wicked world? How do you know? Look at the people. Look at what they've been indulging in. Look at the belief systems that they have. All right, and look at how they conduct themselves. Okay, and you will see what world you're living from there. And then when you go further up into the class sections, you'll understand that the higher-ups got to be even more wicked to have wicked people around. Because it tells you in Proverbs, I believe, when the wicked are exalted, more of the wicked pretty much multiply. Roughly paraphrasing. So we live in a world that's ruled by a bunch of wicked assholes. A bunch of wicked bastards that have no business sitting in rule of government. Okay, they have no business whatsoever being governments, man. All right, we're supposed to be the ones in government. All right, we're the Israelites. The Lord created us to rule the planet in His way, in righteousness, man. The Lord didn't create us to be in some goddamn ghettos, looking all bugged out of their mind. The Lord created us to be the judges, man. And the men that you see in the highways and the byways around the YouTube, okay, we're the government being restored again. What would you call the house of David being restored again? Not this damn lanky, pale-skinned, pig-skinned cracker, man. He ain't no government, man. He's setting up a disorderly government. Go on, brother.
It's a Proverbs 29:2.
Right, go on.
When the righteous are in authority,
right,
the people rejoice.
Yeah, it says when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Obviously, the people are not rejoicing right now. That's why people are protesting for this and for that. Okay, you got people protesting for cancer. People are dropping dead. Why? Because you have wicked rulers, man. You have a wicked nation of people that's dominating the planet, and they're not keeping the manuscript of the earth, which is this Bible here. Go on, brother.
But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
Yeah, it says when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. That's why you got certain people, they committing suicide, they chopping their hands off. They're doing all sorts of craziness to express their depression. You got people falling from high top buildings and stuff like that, hitting ground zero kabush on the ground because you have the wrong people in power. You have wicked people in power, which sends forth a wicked vibration. Even so much so that the animals are even affected by it. Okay, and who's that man of perdition? Who's the man of wickedness, man? The so-called white man. That's who that man is. And he showed himself to be the devil. He didn't prove us wrong, he proved us right. And he proved the Bible right, by the way. Go on, brother.
As back to Sirach 10:3.
Right.
And wise king destroyeth his people,
Right.
but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Yeah, read that one more time.
And wise king destroyeth his people.
Right. It says an unwise king, right? An unwise king destroyeth his people. So the so-called white man, the Rothschilds that are in power today, that control the world's wealth resources, okay, they're obviously unwise kings because they even got their own race of people destroyed. Got them all homeless on the street and stuff like that, man. But see, in our kingdom, see the beauty of it, see, this is how the Lord is going to show us that he loves us rather than Esau. Because in our kingdom, there's not going to be one so-called Negro or one Israelite poor in our kingdom. Every Israelite is going to be living good. Okay? The only people that's going to be living poorly are these other nations. Okay? They're the only ones that's going to be living in the ghettos that we build for them. And they're going to be the ones building our shit up, building our towers, building what we tell them. That's going to be the thing. That's going to be the new and improved standard, man. Go on, brother.
And wise king destroyeth his people.
It's like if you see that guy over there, turn the camera at that brother. You see that guy over there, he's bugged out his mind. But guess what? He's over the Queen of England. He's over the Queen of England because the covenant went down to his forefathers. Okay, even a bugged out chick, he's gonna be sitting on the throne. He's gonna be better off than these old devils out here, man. See that? Go on, brother.
But through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Right. So if you have a prudent king that's searching for all sorts of ways to better the city, then that city is going to be a beautiful city. Okay. 4 minutes. So that's just the whole thing. But when you have a bunch of people that's in power, they are unwise people and they have their own agenda to worship Satan, what winds up happening is that city just falls apart, man. It falls into shambles. And I mean, this society is so destroyed, it's so damaged that even their own people are against them, man. Okay, you got the lower class Edomites out here. You got the middle class Edomites, and what I mean by Edomites, I'm talking about the so-called Europeans. Okay, going up against the higher class, man. So this society is divided. It's all division. That's why the scriptures say, "What if Satan cast out Satan? Shall their house stand?" So this whole society is bound to fall apart now. And we pray the Lord in the spirit of Yahawashi that this society gets destroyed, man, so that we can live in peace again. All right? And we ain't no goddamn Muslims either. We're the men of the Bible, man. We're the men that you read up in the Bible coming back. That's who we are. All right? But you got these donut heads that will look at us and think that we're Muslims. We ain't got nothing to do with no goddamn Muslim. Okay? Y'all said goddamn. The word damn means condemn. And Islam is condemned, by the way. All right? Some more? Matter of fact, get me Daniel's the 7th chapter, since you in the book of Daniel's. You know, and that's what this society is all about. It's all about the knowledge of being stupid, man. Just being a demon and just being a hairhead, man. You know what I mean? That's all it's all about. There's nothing in this society. There's nothing good in this society. You got these women out here showing their backside and everything. You know?
They have you looking, man.
Like prostitutes, man. I've never seen I've never seen so many prostitutes in my life.
You can see her skin.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Right? That's what I'm saying. Come on. That's the way a prostitute dresses.
You should be able to go up there and just grab that, bro.
Right. But if you
Did you turn around? What are you doing?
You're gonna get arrested, right? They're gonna arrest you, brother, for grabbing that up. But yet she's dressed provocative.
There the Lord, man. I grabbed her up until her what?
Well,
I grabbed it, so
I'm
what?
just be by myself,
I remember when I was growing up, yeah, like a woman, you wear a short dress or something like that, man, they'll strip you up in the streets, yeah, and they tell you because you're asking for it.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
right. That's true. That's true, man.
Your skin have to be over your knees. We couldn't walk out with your tight stuff like that. Where I come from, and your little tight dresses, you know.
See, can I say that's it goes back to the rape issue, man. You know, in the ancient world, a woman couldn't walk out in the streets by herself, man, unaccompanied. especially dressed up like that, she get kidnapped. She'll get kidnapped. She'll get raped. She'll get kidnapped. You know what I'm saying? That's the scriptures say a woman multiplies the transgressors among men. It's in Proverbs. A wicked woman multiplies the transgressors among men. You know what I'm saying?
And if you check out these same women, they depressed, they committed suicide because there's no order. If they had a man that could restore order, then there wouldn't be no depression, man. Especially these young girls that's ranging from 17 to 24, they committing suicide. They don't have a life to live, they don't have a purpose, they don't know their purpose. They don't have nobody to guide them. Because these women, they're supposed to be guided, man. It's like how we're supposed to be guided by the Lord. Everything works in conjunction. So when you take certain things away from that, the order, you get disorder, man. But we almost said, brothers, we almost home. What did I quote you? Okay, yeah, give me that. We're gonna read that and we're gonna close out. Because the kingdom of heaven is gonna be a kingdom of life. Living good, you know. Knowing what it's like to actually live, knowing what it's like to actually breathe pure air and eat good food, pure food, and walking on pure pasture of grass. All right? And you're going to see the abundance of creatures that you've never seen before, that the so-called white been exterminated. Go on, brother. Those creatures are going to come back. You're 7 and 20, I think it's 22. Because you even got certain tigers, man. I mean, I keep going into the animal thing, but you got certain tigers, right, that used to be by the abundance, they're being exterminated. They're being, what is it called, man? What's that word called?
Exterminated.
Not exterminated, but extinct. They're going extinct. You got certain tigers that used to live in the islands, now becoming extinct. You know? Even the lions are becoming extinct. Why? Because it is mad, man. This madman is savage. And God don't know to call everybody else is savage, but he's the goddamn savage.
He's a terrorist, man. He's a real terrorist.
And he's got the nerve, these Edomites, they got the nerve to call us terrorists, but yet they're dropping bombs, killing hundreds of thousands of people every day. They're dropping drones like crazy. Okay, they dropped the bomb in Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Japan, devastated the whole entire earth. I mean, that particular that place there. But yet we get called the terrorists because we're acting out the ways of righteousness. You know, and that's just the truth, man. The truth of the matter is the real terrorists on the planet are the super terrorists that control all of the bullshit that goes on, man. They're the real terrorists. You know, an average Negro, he don't got no missile.
Should I read this?
You're going, brother.
As at Daniel 7 and 22, until the Ancient of Days came,
right,
and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High,
yeah,
and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom.
Right.
You wanted.
No, forever. Keep going.
Thus he says, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth.
Right, that's talking about America, because all of the previous kingdoms, they had a portion of the earth. But it says this beast shall overtake the whole entire earth, shall rule the whole earth. So that's America. Go on, brother.
Devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces.
Yeah, shall tread it down and break it in pieces. Go on.
And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them, and it shall be diverse from the first, and it shall subdue 3 kings.
Right, that's talking about, I believe, ancient Rome, right? Because it says that it's 10 kings, pretty much, that shall stand up. Read that verse again.
And the 10 horns out of his kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them, and it shall be diverse from the first, and
shall be diverse from the first, because when the Romans came into power, you was just reading that before, on how the ancient Romans, instead of wearing apparel of purple, they set up senate houses and stuff like that. So that's how they declared their rulership, so to speak. And they had let one prime minister come in for a length of time, and then another prime minister, they'll come in for a length of time. So that's how they set power going. But that's not the point I want to get into. I want to get into the point where it speaks about how our kingdom is going to be an everlasting kingdom. Okay? I think it's in Daniel 7. Daniel 7 and 20. Daniel 7 and right. Start from 26. Right. Matter of fact, 27 the point.
As Daniel 7 and 27, and the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom.
Right, so the kingdom of our people, starting with Yahawashi, the kingdom of Israel, that's going to be an everlasting and ever-age kingdom. That kingdom is not going to be thrown down. It's not going to be taken down. You know, you're not going to have a group of brothers, right, that's in the center of power go against each other. Where you had about, like when you read in what is it, the heads, the feathers, the under feathers and stuff like that, they came into power and they were fighting up against each other. You see what I'm saying? You can read that in the the Apocrypha in 2nd Ezra, the 11th chapter. You had the under feathers in ancient Rome. Some of them rose into power, but some of them had to kill each other to rise up in that position, so to speak. But in our kingdom, we're not going to have that. We're all going to be in one, in unison with each other and also with Yahweh. Okay? And that kingdom is going to forever stand.
So password 1, 2, 3.
It's going to be beautiful, man. The world that we're going to inhabit is going it's going to be a lot more better than in comparisons of this world. Okay? This is really the world of death, really. Okay? This world is the world of death. Go on, brother. Be what you got.
As at Daniel 2 and 44, and in the days of these kings shall the Most High, shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
Right, and you're not going to have no other nations, no other dirty, stinking other nations coming in between our power. The minute they come to rise up against our power, we're going to shut them right down with the power, baby. We're going to use spiritual power. We're going to be able to drought their land, because we're going to have the power to drought these other nations' lands too, if they don't come before the Passover or the high holy days. So these other nations, they ain't going to do squat. They ain't going to do shit. They're going to do what we tell them to do the way it's supposed to freaking be. Okay? And that's what we're looking for, man. We're the governors of the next world to come. That's the bottom line. That's the way it's going down, man. That's the way the Lord set it up to be, and that's who the hell we are. We are the next governors of the next world. Okay? And we're going to administer righteous judgment, man. That's what's going to go down. Go on, brother.
But it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
Meaning Yahawashi is going to overtake all of these other nations that inhabit their empire before. So our kingdom, our world, our society, our empire is going to be everlasting. Okay, unlike this empire is on its way out. It's finished. You might as well just close the curtains on this place. Okay, but we got the next world, man. The next world is for our people, and it's going to be the beneficial of our people, man. It's going to be beneficial for our people. Excuse me. So with that, we closing out. I'd like to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Yahawashi. Double honor to the head apostles that rule well, and much and great salute to all the Akim round about, man. In this society, you know, we calling for the name of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahawashi. Okay, Baba Kusha, Aida, that you come and save us and you destroy this kingdom, man. Okay? We calling for the Lord to make that move. And we calling for World War III to happen. We calling for all type of plagues to happen in this society, man. Because we got to get out of here. Otherwise, we'll all be friggin' dead. Okay? So we going to look for the kingdom to come, man. With that, Shalom.
Shalom.